In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 23, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Utah versus Mississippi State. It's the championship game of the Beach Division of the Fort Myers tip-off on the hardwood down in the Sunshine State as the Pac-12 and the Southeastern Conference do battle. The Utah Utes are the road team as they take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs Wednesday night. Utah advanced to the title game as they edged Georgia Tech 68-64 in their semifinal matchup Monday night. The Utes failed to cover the 4.5-point line in the contest. Mississippi State edged Marquette 58-55 in their semifinal matchup, with the game coming up as a push as the Bulldogs were a 3-point favorite in the contest. The Bulldogs won the only previous meeting, taking a 78-64 win in the second round of the West region of the NCAA tournament on March 19, 1995 at the Taco Bell Arena in Boise, Idaho. The Utes are 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 Wednesday games and 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games overall. The Bulldogs are 3-1 against the spread in their last 5 neutral site games and 4-0 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The under is 5-0 in Utes' last 5 overall. The under is 6-0 in Bulldogs' last 6 overall. When diving into the adjusted efficiency margin for both of these programs, there's a large difference between them, as Mississippi State is 26th in the country with a plus 18.54 rating, while Utah is 74th in all of the NCAA with a plus 10.35 rating. The Bulldogs are not going to foul players and keep their best players on the court, as they are 6th with just 12 team fouls per game, while the Utes are not too bad either at 30th with 13.18 fouls per game. The Utah Utes are a respectable defensive team that's worthy of a look in the underdog role, but the Mississippi State Bulldogs have shown far and away more balance. Mississippi State is playing high-level defense, but also getting the most of their looks on offense. I like what we're seeing from Mississippi State right now. Until the Bulldogs' defense fails them, we will continue to back them. Mississippi State's defense is giving up only 55 points per game, and they are going to lock down with their defense again in this game. Utah's offense has been decent, but not great, and the Utes will struggle to score here. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Utah has stayed under the number in each of their 5 games on the year. The Utes are 6th in effective field goal percentage defense and 9th in 2-point field goal percentage defense on the season. Utah is 291st in tempo with 67.1 possessions a night according to Ken Palm. Mississippi State has stayed under the total in each of their 5 games this season. The Bulldogs are 8th in defensive efficiency, 8th in effective field goal percentage defense, 30th in turnover percentage force, 16th in 3-point defense, and 25th in 2-point defense this season. Mississippi State is 333rd in adjusted tempo according to Ken Palm with 65.8 possessions a night. These are 2 of the greatest defensive teams in the country competing against one another, so points are going to be tough to come by. Utah is 9th in the sport with a 34.2 opposing field goal percentage, while Mississippi State is 6th with a 32.8 opposing field goal percentage so far this season. Ken Palm's adjusted defensive efficiency ranks the Utes 75th in the country with a 96.1 rating, while the Bulldogs are all the way at 8th with an 89 rating so far. Both teams have yet to see an overhit this season. Why would this game be any different? Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Pepperdine versus UCLA. The Pepperdine Waves will play the UCLA Bruins in a non-conference game on Wednesday night at Pauley Pavilion in Los Angeles, California. The Pepperdine Waves are 4-1 this season after they defeated UC Irvine by a score of 64-55 in their last game. Pepperdine shot 38.8% from the field, but was out-rebounded by a total of 52-35 in the game. The Pepperdine Waves are averaging 85 points per game, 68 points against per game, 41.2 rebounds per game, game and 18.2 assists per game. Maxwell Lewis has led the Waves this season with 17.2 points per game, 5.8 rebounds per game, and 3.8 assists per game. Pepperdine is shooting 52.7% from the field, 70.6% on free throws, and 45.8% on three-pointers this year. The UCLA Bruins are 3-2 this season after they lost to Baylor by a score of 80-75 in their last game. UCLA shot 47.5% from the field, but allowed Baylor to make 10 three-pointers in the game. The UCLA Bruins are averaging 80 points per game, 66.8 points against per game, 36.6 rebounds per game, and 16.2 assists per game. Jalen Clark has led the Bruins this season with 16.4 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 2.8 steals per game. UCLA is shooting 47.9% from the field, 67.1% on free throws, and 40.2% on three-pointers this year. Pepperdine is 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 Wednesday games and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a winning record, while the under is 7-0 in their last 8 Wednesday games. UCLA is 5-0 against the spread in their last 6 home games against a team with a losing road record, and 4-0 against the spread in their last 5 home games against a team with a road winning percentage below .400, while the over is 6-1 in their last 7 games following a loss. I get the case to be made for an underdog in spots like Pepperdine, as these mid-major schools always relish the chance to go and potentially upend the big boys. However, the Bruins are just the far better team here, and I'm not all that high on Pepperdine as it is. UCLA is an experienced and talented group that should take care of business here, and I think you could argue that the line should be heavier. So the UCLA Bruins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. UCLA only has a 3-2 record this season, but they have lost to Baylor and Illinois, who are some of the top teams in the country. Pepperdine is 4-1 so far this year, but they haven't played anyone remotely close to UCLA. Both of these offenses are averaging 80 points per game, so we may be in for a shootout here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Mary's versus Vanderbilt. The St. Mary's Gales will battle with the Commodores out of Vanderbilt in the nightcap of the opening round of the Wooden Legacy Tournament on Wednesday night. St. Mary's, out of the West Coast Conference, is a perfect 5-0 entering Wednesday night's game. Meanwhile, the Commodores, out of the Southeastern Conference, come in at 2-2 and winners of their last 2 games. Vanderbilt is 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games on a neutral site. The Gales are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games on Wednesday. The over is 4-0 in the Gales' last 4 neutral site games. The over is 4-1 in Commodores' last 5 games following a straight-up win of more than 20 points. This could turn ugly. Vanderbilt struggles in areas where the Gales excel. They have been dominant on the glass, whereas Vanderbilt has been below average. They have the ability to cause turnovers when the Commodores are sloppy with the ball. Finally, St. Mary's shoots a high volume of 3-point shots at a high rate, while Vanderbilt has been below average in 3-point defense with the exception of 1 game. Vanderbilt's 2-game winning streak will come to an end on this night as the Commodores struggle to keep up with the Gales and fall behind early to a 3-point St. Mary's barrage. I don't trust this Vanderbilt defense, and this is an elite St. Mary's defense. The Gales are giving up only 52 points per game, and they will lock down on that end of the floor again. Vanderbilt's defense also isn't great, and St. Mary's is going to pick up a key win here. So the St. Mary's Gales to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. There is nothing to indicate that Vanderbilt will slow down the Gales in any way in this matchup. St. Mary's shoots the ball extremely well, shoots more 3s than 2s at times, and does not give the ball away. They have the nation's 52nd ranked efficient offense and will run their stuff. Neither team wants this to be a track meet, but it will likely turn into a long ball contest as the Commodores try to keep pace with St. Mary's. One thing to keep in mind, the Gales have a tendency to give good looks from long range, and I am banking on the Commodores to hit enough from long range to push this game past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.